Hello, everyone. We are here. This is a new thing for the channel, but this channel is basically for me to look back at stuff in the future and remember how much fun I had. So today we're here painting a miniature for D&D, something that I am just getting into. This is my first miniature today, and I believe it's Nozors or Nolzors. Like fabulous unpainted minis or something, and we've got a Triceratops today. And as you can see in the beginning, I was taking an X-Acto knife and just cutting off some of like the mold lines that were really obvious. It's pretty tough to see. This recording setup was kind of just put together very instantly, but I'm using for paint. I'm using the Army Painter, I believe it's called. And I'm using Angel Green, so that's what we're painting with right now. So that's what you'll see right now is we're doing like a base coat currently. I believe that is what it's called. Please don't yell at me in the comments if I mess up the terminology at all. But yeah, we're doing a base coat, and I really like the way this green turned out. Something really cool that I did not notice until after the fact was in some parts of the base coat on the main skin, I made the green a little bit heavier. It was a little bit of a heavier coat, and on other parts it was a little bit lighter, and it kind of just looks like really well like shaded. Like instead of it being one complete color, it's a little bit of a couple different shades of green. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now, just finishing up that base coat, because that's like 90% of the dinosaur in the miniature. And I learned from a little bit of YouTube, so that's my knowledge at the moment and any of the terminology I use. What else? Trying to wash the brush, I think that's what we're doing right now. I definitely went a little heavy on the paint, but this was probably the only time where it was justifiable to put down so much paint, was because it's like 90% of the miniature. But I really liked the way this green turned out. It was a great color to pick. And I don't know if I have much else to say over the top of this. There I go, showing that. And now we're going in with a gray. I forget what it's called, but it might be dark stone or something. But basically the Triceratops has these Osteoderms, these little bony plates coming out of its back and on its legs. The leg ones are really cool, and I'm just going in and painting those the best I can with that gray color. One thing I would have done in retrospect is I would have pulled out the detail brush right about now, instead of trying to do it with this bigger brush that I have. I do have, you can see kind of in the top right corner, I have multiple smaller brushes that later I pull out one, and it makes my life a whole lot easier. But we learned from our mistakes. This was the first mini I ever did. By the way, you guys should like and comment and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm planning on posting more minis that I paint on here. And now we are getting into, I believe this is like skeleton bone is the color. And we are going to paint the horns, the beak, and I believe the toes as well. But we're going to have to come back and touch this up later. The beak and the horn, the two front horns, I got really well in the first coat, but the toes especially I touch up a lot in the footage. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe like I was saying, if you guys are enjoying this. Let me know how I did on my first miniature. I am really excited to get into the hobby. I have a ton more to paint, and yeah, I loved painting this mini. This is Mack, by the way. Mack the Triceratops is the name I gave him. So that is cool. What are we doing now? We're going in with the red. I couldn't really see that well. The lighting was not that good on my end of the table because the light's coming from the top left on your screen. I probably went way too crazy with the red, and now I'm touching it back up with the skeleton bone, touching up the beak there, and now we're putting down another gray, and yeah, I'm painting the base now. It's kind of like a cobblestone, not cobblestone necessarily, but it's definitely like a stony texture, and I'm painting it with a different gray than the gray on the Triceratops, like bumps on its back. So yeah, we're just going in there. I don't even know what I was attempting to do in a 10 times time lapse. I would have had to hold it up there for like a minute to show you guys. But there's going to be pictures at the end for you guys to see. I hope I'm getting enough detail in here. You'll see later I end up zooming in a little bit more. But we're just going in with that gray, painting the base. Let's see, what are we doing now? Putting in a little more green just so we can do some touch-ups. There's a part right behind its frill, its big thing on the back of its head. And I wanted to touch that up, touch up the feet a little bit. And I apologize for holding him like at the very edge of the frame, but I was like trying to get like really close to see all the little details. What else are we doing here? Let's see. We go in with a little bit more gray, it looks like, just touching up the legs. I definitely was touching up everything with the green to the best of my ability. And touching up the toes and stuff. This is like little detail work, I'm pretty sure, was most of this clip, was going back and changing what I could with the details. Let's see, and now we're finally, I totally forgot about the little horns on the back of the frill. We're coloring those in. And one thing that you're gonna see in a second, I don't know if they're not on him yet, on Mack yet, but I was very nervous about painting the eyes. Very nervous, and you'll see him in a little bit. But I think this is a lot better as long as I can at some point keep him in the frame and paint in the frame. This is like one-time zoom. I was at like half zoom, and this is a lot closer, and you guys can see actually a lot more detail. So I think I'm going to do that from now on. My sister had an idea to put a red stripe down Mack's back, and you might see the eyes here. But the red stripe ended up turning out really cool. I really liked it. I was not super into it at first. And now we are applying the washes. Just a cool effect. I don't really know the exact purpose of the wash, but I know it's supposed to be, it like shows the shadows more and lets the light bounce off it kind of more naturally and stuff. Gives it a cool effect and an aftercoat, I guess. But I'm pretty sure I was supposed to put the wash on afterward, so good on me, question mark. And that's pretty much him. All I did after this off camera was glue the base on, and obviously I did not record the eyes at some point, but I think the eyes turned out okay. These are just some pictures of Mack. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope I did a good job on my first mini. You guys let me know. And again, Mack the Triceratops. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how I did on my first mini. I'm excited to hopefully post more of these time lapses and stuff and show more stuff, but super awesome experience. Could not recommend it more. Thank you guys for all the support, and much love. Have a good night.